Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ as English. My name is Pravin Mishra and today we are going to discuss another case into the series of our complete Indian polity. So it's the name, yes, ADM Jabalpur versus Shivkant Shukla case 1976. Well, this is not just the name, it's beyond the facts. Also popularly called as the Habeas Corpus Case. So what's the case and what are the features we need to discuss here? June 25, 1975, when the then Prime Minister of India just called in the then President of India, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, and advised him to impose the national emergency on the grounds of internal disturbance. Obviously, we know that it was not on the grounds of internal disturbance, but some political motives of the political class followed by the footprints of Indira Gandhi, right? So obviously, it was the date 25th June 1975, what we have to discuss here: emergency, fear, and power, right? So it was June 1975, India was boiling politically. So what has happened? The High Court has just declared Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's election as nullified. Okay, basically declared as invalid based on some extraneous grounds. Jayaprakash Narayan, he was leading the movement that is popularly known as the JP movement and demanding the resignation of the incumbent Prime Minister, that is Indira Gandhi. And finally, the economy was in too bad shape, and further strikes, they had already paralyzed the services. And opposition parties, they united against the government of the time. And ultimately, on June 25, 13 days after the Allahabad High Court's judgment, which debarred Mrs. Gandhi to conduct any elections and also just curbed her powers as a member of parliament. 13 days later, she imposed the national emergency on modified grounds of internal disturbances. What happened next under this emergency? Article 19, 20, 21, basically all of the fundamental rights were suspended. Thousands of opposition leaders, activists, and journalists, they were detained under the preventive detention laws like MISA, Maintenance of Internal Security Act. And then came in the next picture, that is here the challenge. Can liberty survive an emergency? Is it literally possible? So what happened? Some detainees, they filed the petitions in the various high courts arguing, what was the argument? Even if fundamental rights are suspended. This was the argument, okay, of the detainees in various high courts. Even if the fundamental rights are suspended, the state literally cannot detain us illegally or without the authority of law. This was the argument of the detainees. So many high courts agreed and ordered the releases, reasoning that the rule of law and Article 21 still protect individuals against illegal detention. This was the outcome of the argument, basically, right? And then came in this case. The government appeals to the Supreme Court, clubbing the multiple cases. And the lead case was the Additional District Magistrate Jabalpur versus Shivkant Shukla. So in popular, the name ADM Jabalpur versus Shivkant Shukla case, the year 1971. It's as landmark as any other case from A.K. Gopalan to Keshwananda Bharti to Golaknath to Minerva Mills, Maneka Gandhi, as this was the case that directly gave the huge level of impetus to the personal liberty in case of emergency as well as the protection of the individual liberty above in the constitution and beyond the constitution as well against the arbitrary action of the state, right? So here we go with the case. What happened? The Supreme Court's dilemma. The bench comprising of the different chief justices, basically five: Chief Justice A.N. Rai, then Justices M.H. Baig, Y.V. Chandrachud, P.N. Bhagwati, and the hero H.R. Khanna. And why I took the word hero along with the name Justice H.R. Khanna, that you shall get to know in next couple of minutes. And here was the legal question in front of the Supreme Court and in front of these five judges, the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court. During emergency, when Article 21 and the right to move courts are suspended, does any person have any locus standi to challenge the illegal detention? What is locus standi? Locus standi, basically, it's a Latin term that simply in English means your authority to stand in court, your validity, your rationality to stand in court, whether you have got any relationship with this case or not. If you have any relationship with this case, then only you can stand in court. If you do not have any relationship with this case, then you cannot stand in the courtroom. As in, stand in the courtroom basically means you can appeal in the courtroom, right? So this was the legal case, okay, the legal question basically. During emergency, when Article 21 and right to move courts are suspended, does any person have any locus standi to challenge the illegal detention? This was basically the question. And here comes the answer. Surprisingly dangerous answer, right? The verdict with 4:1 majority, and the answer is unfortunately no, right? Verdict is what? 4:1, and the answer to that legal question is no. The majority held, okay, as we can see, the majority held when Article 21 is suspended, there is no legal remedy. Simply speaking, no one can have the locus standi to approach the judiciary and will ask to reimpose the provisions of Article 21. So basically, when Article 21 is suspended, there is no legal remedy, and no one, literally no one, can even question if the detention is mollified or without the authority of the law. See how dangerous the judgment it is. See the legal question again. Here we have, during emergency, when Article 21 and the right to move courts are suspended, does any person have any locus standi to challenge the illegal detention, even if the detention is illegal? So the answer is no, you cannot. Even if it is based on mollified grounds or beyond the provisions of law and constitution, doesn't make any difference. It's emergency, an abnormal condition, and you are not entitled for any petition, any litigation, any appeal in any courtroom throughout the territory of India. So further, in effect, personal liberty exists, but in a condition only if the state permits during emergency. So this was the arbitrary action of the state. And make no mistake, guys, this is a botched up statement, a rigged statement that can just devastate the whole existence of democracy and personal liberty norms. Emergency will destroy your personal liberty. An emergency can exist on any grounds. Internal disturbance, it was already absolutely vague, which was later through the 44th Amendment changed as well, right? So this internal disturbance, this is quite literally impossible to explain and be justified. So this thing was subsequently replaced with the term armed rebellion through the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978, right? And so, this was the judgment of 1976, ADM Jabalpur versus Shivkant Shukla, that even your personal liberty is of no use. Even if you are detained on illegal or mollified grounds, it's of no use because it's the state of emergency, it's the abnormal conditions, and everything is fair this time. Even the unfair is fair, right? So, Justice H.R. Khanna's lone dissent, as I took the word hero, so at that time, he was the villain in front of the government, but later he is now decorated as the hero who saved the personal liberty norms. So what happened? Even without Article 21, what he stated, okay, Justice H.R. Khanna's statement, even without Article 21, the state has no power to deprive a person of his life and personal liberty without the authority of law. And he invoked the principles of natural rights along with natural justice. That is, some rights exist even beyond the constitution. Well, this dissent of Mr. Khanna, Justice Khanna, costed him his position of becoming the next Chief Justice of India as Mr. Beg superseded Mr. Khanna, right? But yes, he became the hero of the constitution of the time. right? So this was also subsequently stated by Supreme Court of India in the year 2017 in the Justice Puttaswamy case when it comes to the right to fundamental rights, right to individual liberty as well as the privacy. So as you can see, the aftermath, a constitutional correction took place. The judgment shocked the legal community and the public. It showed how fragile liberty could be if courts they do submit to the legislature or the executive, right? So the corrective steps, the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978, which explicitly protected Articles 20 and 21 even during the abnormal conditions like emergency. And further, it was stated that some rights that are natural rights, they do exist beyond the constitution as well, right everyone? So this is it with regard to the ADM Jabalpur versus Shivkant Shukla case of 1976. And remember, what do we have got for you? The resolution plus batches commencing from 20th of September. So guys, if you have enrolled, congratulations. If not, please be quick and enroll at the earliest possible time and eliminate all the odds that would be coming between you and your success. Okay, everyone. So remember, for 2026, the batches are commencing from 20th September. For 2027, the batches are commencing from 10th of September, and for 2028 as well, once again 10th of September. So you need a promo code, and what's the promo code? That's PRV Live. Guys, please enroll with this promo code in order to avail the maximum possible discount on your subscription. Okay, and you know, the subscription will provide you 1,000 plus hours of live classes, access to recorded lectures, along with teachers' personal class notes, okay, given to you at the end of the session in PDF format, 18 sets of printed books sent to you at your doorstep. Okay, you don't have to go anywhere to collect them. Then prelims test series, 75 plus tests for prelims. Mains test series, 15 plus tests for your mains, and interview guidance program, that is multiple mock interviews for your personality test as well, along with 1:1 mentorship program, and yes, the mains residential program as well, all included under one single subscription. Whether you are subscribing for 2026, 27 or 2028 year of examination, doesn't make any difference. All the features will be there for you, right everyone? But remember, you will get the discounted price only after you have applied this promo code in bolds and capitals, that will be PRV Live. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching, and please hit the subscribe button of our channel StudyIQ IS English. And yes, in case you wish to connect with me for my class links and PDFs and quizzes, so here is the QR code of the Telegram channel named as Praveen_StudyIQ, and also you can join me on my Instagram, that is named as Praveen Mishra_2107. Right everyone, so thank you so much for watching. Good day, bye bye, take care, and hit the subscribe button and never miss an update from the channel. See you soon. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.